Hey everyone, I'm Joshua Samuels.
And I'm Emma Lukens.
As you've probably noticed, we're now puppeteers.
It's true. After we were cursed by Charlie Dunkin, the trashy collegiate coffee magnate of South Boston, we quickly learned we could only communicate through puppets, a la The Beaver.
Oh God, I tried to remove that movie from my mind.
Hey, Cannon, The Beaver is a grade A motion picture.
Hey Dunks, when are you going to reverse this curse?
Never, ever. Not until you declare that Dunkin's coffee is better than Starbucks live on the Emerson channel.
Oh, come on, nobody watches the Emerson channel.
Save it. It'll convince everybody in the P-Row lobby.
We can't really say brand names on the Emerson channel.
Parody law. Look it up. Just start the show, you stupid kids.
Hey guys, welcome back to Common Agenda. Having to speak through a puppet has really made me think about life and how the banality of our existence is reflected in our willingness to comply with societal norms. We're all puppets, tangled up in the mechanistic strings of day-to-day life. Everything's a lie. Wake up, sheeple. Tiedeman's iPad 2016. Anyways, here's a few zany things that happened at Emerson last week. Everyone is dying. Just kidding. But seriously, flu season is among us, and Emerson's own Center for Health and Wellness is prepping for the worst. If you haven't gotten your flu shot yet and somehow haven't died as a result, you can stop by the clinic on November 17th to get your flu shots, everybody. But seriously, get your flu shot and be safe. Emerson's class of 2018 is holding an off-campus living info session Thursday on the 5th floor in Colonial, just in case some newer students wanted to live in Alston or with their crazy aunt in Southie. They will be exploring the variety of options that Boston has to offer, ranging from studio apartments to the finest benches in the public garden. For those last-minute shoppers, you know who you are. CVS jacks up the price of cardboard boxes for people who don't buy them in bulk. You can't afford it. The Emerson rebranding survey was released this month and is just as poorly put together and patronizing as you would expect. So here's my TV puppet personality opinion that you have to listen to. Take any picture with visible fedoras out of every part of the school's marketing and stop having Lee Pelton's grandma run the school's Twitter. While you probably agree with me that these are the most pressing issues, feel free to give your own opinion by clicking on the link in your Emerson email. And now for the crime log. The ECPD and Boston Fire Department investigated a fire alarm set off in Piano Row last Wednesday. The cause of this pandemonium was a student's late-night macaroni and cheese. Emerson College is an art school, but I don't think this includes the culinary arts, or fire safety arts, or for that matter, basic microwave operation arts. At the end of the day, I think we can just chalk this up as another reason Guy Fieri needs to visit our school and save us from culinary incompetence. And now here's Joey Sachs with another Slamma Jamma installment of Focus on Film.
How's it going, guys? I'm Joey Sachs for Focus on Film, and today we're talking about the Women in Motion Film and Media Summit. The summit brought together women from the behind the scenes of the film industry to talk about the various challenges that they've faced in their fields. I got a chance to sit down with Women in Motion President Kim Anderson to talk about how everything went. I am here with the president of Women in Motion, Kim Anderson. Kim, how are you today?
Good, how are you, Joey?
I'm doing pretty well. Good. So, the Women in Motion Summit, where did the idea for that first come from?
The idea actually came from our advisor, Christina Kotz-Cornejo. She's wanted to have something like this for a few years now. So she came to Women in Motion last May when I first became president and pitched the idea to us and my board, and we just really loved the idea of it, so we've been planning it since May.
So when you first started going into, coming up with the idea for the summit, what was the goal of Women in Motion?
I think the goal was mainly just to start a dialogue at Emerson about gender equality within the film industry, because everyone thinks it's liberal Hollywood and that everything's fine, but it's really not. It's one of the industries with the worst sense of gender equality there is. So I think mainly what we wanted to get out of it was, again, just starting a conversation and hearing from the experiences of women who've been in the industry and experienced the bias that exists within it and try to learn from what they know.
So what do you think was a high point of the summit for you?
For me, I think the main part I liked the most was actually the luncheon, not just because of the food. Because of the food, that was good too. But
That's always good.
Yeah, but I kind of liked the more one-on-one conversation, even though it wasn't necessarily one-on-one. It was different from the panel setting where it was more of them just talking at you. I just kind of liked the opportunity to talk with them rather than having them talk at you. Them talking at you is great too because you need to learn from them, but I just liked talking to them more casually.
What do you think one of the biggest challenges with putting the summit together was?
I think the biggest challenge, mainly just planning it, because me and Christina have never really planned an event to this caliber before. I mean, especially me, I'm just a junior, so it was kind of a big undertaking, but I think the payoff was really, really great, and all that we put into it, I think we got a lot back.
Overall, do you think that the summit was a success?
I think it was a success in the way it could be. I think a success is to not need a summit like that at all, but I think it's a step in the right direction. It really started a good conversation at Emerson.
So do you think Women in Motion will be having another summit like this in the future?
I believe so. I know Christina wanted to do one again, maybe not next year, but the year after. So I won't be here, but I'd definitely like to come back, especially if they have another one. But I think it would be a great idea to try to plan something similar.
All right, well, this has been Kim Anderson, the president of Women in Motion. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Camilla Zagarzazu, your in-studio correspondent, and today on Common Agenda we're joined by a very special guest, Shia Rondeau.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, of course. So I know that you're part of an incredible organization called Project Access. Because it's kind of new, a lot of people on campus don't really know what it's about. So you could, go further into detail about it?
Yeah, for sure. So Project Access is an organization that was recently started by me and a few other friends. And essentially what its goal is to be an org that focuses on community outreach through visual media arts through the Boston community, from Emerson to the Boston community, So essentially what that means is that we want to find partnerships and other nonprofits in the area that create access to either audio, visuals, or journalism, things of that nature that Emerson students can go and give their talents to and work with the people who go to these types of nonprofits. Because essentially, what we believe is that access to visual media arts is a right and not a privilege. And so as Emerson students, we think that if we can just take our technique and talents and crafts out into the field and work with community members of Boston, we'll be pushing the whole creating access for all into actual practice. And that's what the org basically focuses on.
That's incredible. And do you have any special position on the board or part of the org?
I mean, I would not say I'd have any particular special position. I think that with this org, I want to be very everyone's equal and everyone's opinion matters, everyone's ideas and pitches really matter, because when it comes to doing anything that works with social change or just social things like that, you really have to have everyone on the same level. So I mean, you could say that I'm the person who just sort of one day had the name pop up into my head, but besides that, I think everyone who's involved has been a really amazing and integral part of it. So.
Cool. And how can Emerson students get involved in the organization?
So Emerson students can get involved by basically reaching out to me, because right now we don't have a lot of things solidified yet. We're in contact with a few different orgs in the area. For example, Cambridge Community Television. It's a place where I work myself. I work at a youth media program there. But there's also the ICA. They also have a youth media program there too. But also we know that Emerson students, some people are really good with audio, so there must be other programs in the area that focus on nonprofit audio workshops like radio, there's ZoomX, for example. And if there's Emerson students who want to spearhead a partnership with them, that would be so helpful, because we can only focus on so many partnerships at a time. But I mean, reaching out to me over email or over Facebook and just saying hey, I want to meet up with you, and we sit down for a meeting. Hopefully we'll be having one either this week or definitely before Thanksgiving break. But just to say, hey, I'm interested, and hey, I want to give my energy to this whole project and cause, that's all that really needs to happen. And they will be more than happy to integrate into whatever we do in the future.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course, thank you for having me.
And best of luck with Project Access. And guys, make sure to check it out. Now we're going to toss it over to Weekend in the Bean with Julia Linger.
Hey everyone, I'm Julia Linger, and welcome to the first installment of Weekend in the Bean. I'm here in Dewey Square's Farmers Market in the heart of Boston's financial district. Today we're going to meet vendors, try new food, and hopefully get a free meal out of it. Let's go check it out. Hey guys, I'm with Kristen from Chica de Gallo. So can you tell us a little bit about your guacamole company?
Yeah, so the company is based in Jamaica Plain, and we make everything fresh every Monday and Tuesday, and then we deliver it to stores, and we sell at a lot of farmers markets.
I'm here with Brian. He's from Q's Nuts. So Brian, can you tell us about your sweet roasted nuts?
I absolutely can. We're a local nut roasting company out of Somerville, Massachusetts. We've been roasting for over 10 years. We do a lot of different flavors.
I'm here with Dan Wadley from Kimball Fruit Farm. So can you tell us a little bit about like where you're located, your hours, everything like that?
Sure. We're in Hollis, New Hampshire, Pepperell, Mass. We do 110 acres of vegetables and 40 acres of tree fruit.
I'm here with Joe from Stowe Greenhouses. So Joe, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Sure. We're a greenhouse that's about 40 minutes outside of Boston. We grow 12 varietals of lilies and about 96 varieties of wildflowers.
We're Red's Best. We are located on the Boston Fish Pier, and what we do is we work with local day boats to ensure the freshest catch delivered right to Boston farmers markets.
Brian, I see you have a wide variety of nuts here. Can you tell us about these nuts? And a lot of Emersonians enjoy fun stuff. So do you guys have apple picking?
We do have apple picking, and the whole orchard's open, and we have 35 to 45 varieties, so you can pick any one of those that you'd like.
How about dim apples? I'm with green kale, and we have some breaking news. Green kale, is it easy being green? There you have it, folks. It's not easy being green. There you have it, guys. The Dewey's Farmer Market is here every Tuesday and Thursday. For more information, visit bostonpublicmarket.org. Again, I'm Julia Linger, and you've been watching Weekend in the Bean.
Welcome back to Common Agenda. Let me tell you, it's been a crazy week having to communicate through this monkey. People have been making fun of me in elevators, I get dirty looks from Billy at Bo Loco, and my plants and people professor accused me of monkey business. Luckily, given the previous nature of these curses, it'll probably be reversed by the end of this episode. Just in case, here are a few upcoming events that I should be able to attend even with a monkey on my arm. They say MTV stopped showing music videos because people can just watch them on YouTube. But Bright Lights hasn't gotten the memo because they're still going strong. Check out the Silver Sonic Music Video Festival on November 19th in the Bright Family Screening Room for some dope music videos of angsty white people playing acoustic guitar or rapping, because those seem to be the only two genres at Emerson people care about. So throw on your headphones, glue your butt to a seat, and get hyped for the festival. You know what makes Boston special? No, it's not the city's many history-changing citizens like Samuel Adams, nor is it the Boston's fantastic beer company, Samuel Adams. What does make our fine city stand out is Ben Affleck, and a little bit of Matt Damon too, I guess. We all know them from the moving pictures, but what was their Boston life like before they departed from the town? Well, all those questions are answered in Matt and Ben, a performance by Rare Works Theater Company. See Lucy Deller as Matt and Amanda Breen as Ben tonight at 7:30 in the Cabaret. We've all read the book, we've all seen the Disney steampunk space adaptation, and now's your chance to see the timeless story live on stage with Kidding Around Presents The Adventures of Treasure Island. Come see some of Boylston's finest perform in the most prestigious theater in Boston next Monday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's sure to be quite a good time, so grab dinner at Long John Silver's, then head down to the Cabaret for the pirate event of the year. Ahoy, matey! Say what you will about Emerson, but it's truly the greatest for always getting some awesome industry pros to come talk to the students. And now, Emerson has managed to get the second greatest television show of all time to come to campus. This Tuesday at 1 p.m., Antiques Roadshow, the 12-time Emmy-nominated magnum opus of the silver screen, surpassed only by Cops in its brilliance, is hosting a meet and greet in the Emerson Career Services Conference Room at 216 Tremont. How great of an opportunity is this? Well, more than you'd think. It's the only one of its kind, and I imagine you could make up to $3,000 at auction.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week's Common Agenda.
Tune in next week for, I don't know, probably more self-aware shenanigans.
Guys, I can't reverse the curse until you give me some product placement here.
No way, Jose. We're on the Emerson channel. We have integrity.
Yeah, much like the 68 no-no words, we'll never say that Dunkin' is better than Starbucks on live TV.
I'll give you $3
Dunkin' is better than Starbucks?
Worth of Dunkin' Donuts coupons.
Oh, we've been fooled.
And the curse is reversed. That's all that matters.
Thank God. I hope we don't have another curse episode. Ugh.
Well, I guess that's our show, everybody.
Be safe.
Shove Dunkin' down your throat.
Rose.
Absolutely not.